It's all new with less carbs and more negativity.
Get it out. Get it out of me.
Get ready for Nobody Likes Onions.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm glad you all can make it out. Second attempt today. We'll try. As you know, we did a show this afternoon. It got interrupted in a very mysterious and violent way. And I'm proud to announce that as of this afternoon, Butch Bradley has paid what he... I'm just kidding, everybody. Why would he do that?
Oh, no.
He's one of the most stubborn idiots
in the world.
No, just kidding. Of course he hasn't paid. He'll never pay. I don't care. You know, it's not about the money. For us, it's about the giggles. Welcome to everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming back out. Second time tonight. It means a lot. Casper the comic blacker than Drake. Wow. Hot takes. Onions, is this a cooking show? I hear there's a guy named Chef on this show, and it's about onions. You know, I've had about enough of this harassment from this sword and scale program. You know, sounds like a Game of Thrones spinoff to me. We may have to look into Sword and Scale tonight and watch one of their do you guys have video? What is this show? I've never looked into it. The guy throws money at me. Not enough. You know, I see him throw more money at other channels. And it's like, when do you lease me a car? But maybe we dive into listening to a little bit of Sword E-Scale tonight. Glasses are off. It must be serious. I had, sometimes you gotta change it. Hey, what was I doing? I see him posting on Instagram, like, check it out on Sword in the Scale Plus Club. You know, he's got, like, some Plus Club. Hey, hit like. Do me a favor. We're kicking it off. We got 20 watching. Give us a like or take a hike. That's what Daddy says. I'm Daddy. And I'm drinking again. You know, I'm really enjoying ramping up drinking habit again. So I have filled the glass with vodka e Diet Cola. And I'm really enjoying how light this guy is. And you know, when I get unhinged, it's lightly unhinged. I don't think I said anything about Butch Bradley that actually I did edit out quite a bit. But it's all fine. It's all fun and games. I really, and I want people to know this, I wish that guy the best. Don't hurt Butch Bradley. I don't wish any harm on Butch Bradley. And I do hope he's clean and found God. You know, he's telling everybody, oh, blessed. Super blessed. So that's in the board now. That will be in the board now. We will always be able to go.
Quit shot.
By the way, you notice how the background matches? Same guy.
Quit shot.
Same video. Holy shit. This is the same tape.
Quit shot.
Holy fuck. Wow. Who knew? That's crazy. I'm pretty sure that's the same video. Was that a Halloween? Was he dressing up as the Nannerpuss? Holy shit. The similarities between that is insane. Welcome to the show, everybody. Happy Saturday night. If there's anything we need to be aware of, let's be aware of it. I was going to go through the Twitter files. I missed it yesterday. I caught the middle. And then this thing went on forever. It's like 70 tweets. First of all, I have thoughts. But we might have to just derail tonight and just look into the sword and the scale and see what it's all about and bring that guy down. He seems like a bad actor. And not in like, I got a lot of other just dumb news stories we can look at. Lex Las Vegas was texting me. Lex, you watching by any chance? Let's get Lex to just call in. What was he saying to me? I don't even know. I can't make sense of most of this stuff. Welcome, everybody. Drink up. Have a good night. Okay? Lex Las Vegas said to me, the thing with Casper started because he was on a Trouble in Vegas flyer right after Ty's last Unbothered, blamed anyone doing Trouble shows as the problem with the Vegas scene that he needed to get away from. Like it wasn't the sewer he was sharing with Master Splinter and his extended family. And then he sent me his post where he says, Ty Rivera has officially left Vegas when you see tomorrow's Trouble in Vegas flyer with Casper on it. When I posted this, Casper went off and didn't do the show. So obviously, Ty Rivera and Trouble have issues. Ty leaves town. Casper immediately jumps on a Trouble in Vegas show. By the way, no offense to you, Lex Las Vegas. Those Trouble in Vegas shows are garbage. That guy seems like a giant piece of shit. But that's just from my absolutely minimal research here about him not paying people. Women have told me how he treats them at shows. He's a nightclub, strip club promoter guy who does his hair in gel up into like devil horns. So and by the way, every joke about him at his roast was like how his teeth are rotting out from meth and coke. So he just one would infer that he's not like a super quality man. He needs to bless you with the fucking money he owes you. Yeah. It is. I do kind of wonder. Now, I imagine at this point he's so fucking mad that you'll never get your money back. But maybe we bring back the Melton Bradley t-shirts to sell. We give those a rebirth in our new store. Bauer is doing movie trailer reactions now. Oh no. I think he's always done that. Did CF really say he was there when Ty's sister died? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I assume Ty didn't murder his sister. But whatever. Didn't Crumb and him have a little thing? Yeah, they were bagging it out. And all her jokes were like, imagine Angie Crumb doing a full set of sex jokes. That's crazy. But yeah. I don't know. Imagine, so tomorrow, I don't know if we got a Laugh After Dark in the house, but I imagine tomorrow Laugh After Dark is having their Christmas party. And last year they had the guest list wide open where you could see who was coming. This year you can't see who's coming. It's hidden. And, I'm so intrigued. It's going to be so fun. Now, first of all, these parties that go 5 or 6 hours, I find being there for 1 hour to be exhausting. So that's about how long I'll be there. But I think last year Angie Crumb was there and I saw her, and I don't think she was tuned in yet to the fact that we laugh at her quite a lot. But she is now. She hates it. And I wish nobody. A matter of fact, mention to Angie Crumb you heard NLO on this show and you'll get a free haircut. Say, we heard about your haircuts on the Nobody Likes Onions program. And my referral code is NLO. Alex Ansel says, I have it on good authority. Trouble drank a drink that had 3 different women's pee in it. Holy shit. Is this real? This could be an exclusive deal if this one's real. Alex Ansel in the chat, Alex Check, says, I have it on good authority that Trouble drank a drink that had 3 different women's pee in it. That sounds sort of gross, Alex. He didn't know. So, I mean, this means you knew. And if he sees you, he's the kind of guy, he's the kind of low IQ kind of guy who does just keep slipping back into physical violence. He will knock you the fuck out, Alex. I bet when you knock Alex down, you never have to say, like, stay down. You're just like, all right, we're done here. I bet Beauchart's pee was in it. No, I don't think they met. Oh, I think she does. I think Joe Calise does his show still, which is insane. I really used to respect Joe Calise. I don't know what's going on with him. But he gets like Ryan Barassa and Casper to headline shows. So that gives you an idea of like where this guy's at. Definitely not Bouchard. Is there anything new with Gretchen Bouchard? Bozzart! But were they real women? Yeah, that's a good point. These are all great points. I was going to try to see. What is by the way, I feel bad now because we made fun of Casper and he just stopped YouTubing. He literally like just quit. Remember he was doing those sketches like Jesus walks into a bar. He was like doing costumes and stuff. It was cute. I liked it. I thought it was real cute. And then we pointed out how cringe it was. But also, like, I don't know his attitude about it. Because what if he's like, yeah, I watched those back and that was cringe. You're right. I'll wait until I have something to say that's not hack as fuck. Right? And maybe that's like growth. I don't know. Because he hasn't posted in a month. And he was on a roll with shorts. He was getting views, 1.4 thousand, 1.7 thousand with these hacky little sketches. Like this stuff.
Numbers for the new Little Mermaid movie just came in. Oh, wow. We made a lot of money off this. Yeah, I think people really liked how, progressive we were by casting a black actress to play Ariel. From now on, cast black actors in every movie. In every movie? Every movie. I mean, all right, you're the boss, if you say so. What movie you think we should remake next? I always liked Tarzan. Here you go, sir. Numbers for the new Little Mermaid movie just came in. Oh, wow.
So, yeah, he just quit. He stopped making that content. God, I think I was drunk texting with Brant Tobler at 2 a.m. He's in town at Planet M&M. I don't know what casinos are here anymore. The Horseshoe Mirage. Whatever the fuck. On a scale of 1 to 38, how mad do you think Butch Bradley is going to be about the show? And then on a scale of 1 to 57, how mad do you think Matt and Joaquin are going to be? Matt Markman said that Matt and Joaquin are going to fucking hate me. But, does that feel different than this? Oh, I never talk and see them or deal with them at all. And then what'll happen if they hate me? I don't hate them. I think they're great. They've really built up quite a business in this town. They've done great. Despite the missteps of Butch Bradley and Marsha Warfield. No, I'm kidding about Marsha Warfield. Who knows? Wasn't she one of the Dancing Raisins? Is that a cast black people as gorilla jokes? Hey, Moody, you're the one who said you grew up without anybody looking like you on TV. So, you can't have it both ways, kiddo. I'm kidding. Because that is some Josh Denny level sketch writing. Oh, yeah, it's Survivors Anonymous 2. Jungle a Boogaloo. His name was Mowgli. Do you think Butch knows about the show? I would imagine. James Michael McMagic guy is popping up on my people you should know now. And by the way, I've met that guy a couple times. He's super nice. Always been super, super cool. And I've never seen his show, so I cannot comment on his comedy or anything. And I like it that way because, God, if it was bad, I'd have to just go on a 28-minute tangent right now about a guy who does a redneck magic show. But maybe it's the best thing. Theme shows are the best sellers, man. They really are. Glad to see that profile tracker really works. Yeah. Post Tom's password. What does that mean? Joe's stays out of drama and wants to get paid for performing. Who's Joe's? I don't know what this means, Alex. Explain yourself. So yeah, that's where we're at in the Vegas community. Butch will be fine. No one's, Alex says James Michael is the best and a total sweetheart. You're overdoing it a little. Okay. Let me explain to you the problem with you glad-handing fucks. And Alex, you're not nearly as bad about this as you used to be, but you're still pretty, go along to get along. Adam Dominguez is almost vomit-inducing. Adam gets by because he's pretty funny and I think for the most part a genuine dude. Like I get a genuine vibe from him. Even almost his like being nice to everybody feels genuine, which rarely feels genuine. And I just also have an aversion to that. No one's nice to everybody. Knock it off. You'll feel so much better when you just start being honest about the gradient of the quality of people in your life. The problem is everybody's trying to be a shining diamond. And most of you are middle of the road 4 to 6s. And by the way, that's a good place to be. I consider myself a solid 5 to 6. A good person. But I'm not going along with you and all your nuttiness. None of you. Oh, Joe Calise. You were saying Joe stays out of drama and wants to get paid for performing. Yeah, that's fine. I don't like, it's insane to pretend you like everybody. And then what's ironic is clubs. I don't want to say anything. I'll be nice. It's a nice night. We don't have to have the normal shit talking drama stuff. I'd like to do a game show where we love you, Patrick. It's late as fuck in Texas and I'm old. I'll listen on Overdose tomorrow. Okay. Doubt it. Good night to you. This is Butch Bradley. Where is that place with the orange and all the guitars on the wall and the pool table and the bar? Somebody knows. Where is that? This guy gets the joke. Godspeed, though. Good night to you. I also I just have. Look, man, I don't know. You tell me. How about this? How about the crowd for once? For once, everyone in the chat, you just roast me and tell me what's wrong with me. Because I need to be fixed. I'm surrounded by what feels like giant adult babies. Everyone seems real fine with it, but I don't know what's going on. I've got a few comedian friends who have absolutely snapped and turned into political nuts. Nuts. They all day, every day, they never stop thinking about Trump and Congress and Biden and guns. It's I think you're pretty stupid if you think you're fixing any of that. Tracy in Oklahoma or whatever your name is. It's like just dummies, like dummies. And I want to name names and call out and scroll through Facebook pages right now so badly. But what's the point? What do we get out of it, anymore? Everyone's mentally ill. There's no way to fix it. We're all just standing in our own wet paper bags trying to punch our way out to these streets. Maybe there's not an answer. No, maybe we just need to drift into oblivion and find a more relaxing state of being rather than the physical. We escape to the ethereal plane of existence where we all just float around in some sort of non-linear waveform of being, where we all just vibrate at our own frequency and we're surrounded by the loving vibrations of those amongst us, and we coexist in a transient state where the metamorphosis between what is real and what could be lives on a fine line of what is. But no, you guys would rather investigate Hunter Biden's laptop. Are you looking forward to the new Hard Rock? Oh, fucking shit. Moody's so dumb. I can't, How do you have a PhD and just completely refuse to have an intellectually honest argument? Look out, everyone. Have you smoked meat from the swim spa yet? Meat from the swim spa? How do you think I'm growing meat in my swim spa? Like I have humans hooked up in it like it's the tub from the Matrix? Are you looking forward to the new Oyo? Oof. Hey-o. Look, I stayed there when it was the San Remo. I stayed there when it was the Hooters. I performed there when it was the Oyo. And I can't imagine it's in any better condition than it was in 2019, the last time I saw it. Has Moody seen Josh on Tucker? We're not doing all that again. Have I smoked meat while in the swim spa? What do you think smoking meat is? Like, it's like 15 hours of not touching anything or doing anything. So you can do it from anywhere. I've done it from sleep. You can do it from the grocery store. I like to throw new logs on a fire with the same thing I wipe with. What's that wipe stick called with the claws? Oh, fucking hell. They said I'm frozen. He can't run the swim saw and the smoker at the same time. Blows the breaker. Imagine that. I did have to get a new 50 amp circuit run. Cost $2,400 to get a new circuit, cable run literally from the one corner of my house all the way around to the back of my property to the other side. And then you have to have a breaker within 6 feet of the spa, like a shut off. So like a sub panel. And then you have to have your own 50 amp circuit where you could blow it all, kids. What we're doing down here is important, Josh Denny. Oh, yeah. So George is going frozen. You're frozen. You are not frozen. Hell if he ain't. And then that's where we're at. That's the state of my chat room, just so everybody knows. I analyzed the pixels, and the onion leaf definitely fell down in between the last couple of shows. And he has had to re-stick it on with tape. You can't hide from us. I've been out of tape for days. That's been up. It's actually been staying for days. Since the Butch Bradley show, I think. Tuesday. So it's been pretty good. But we do need a new solution. What if we just paint it black and project a logo onto it? And then I can slowly have it get angry and do subliminal messages. The pixels don't lie. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, obviously, I make sure it's on there every day. I secure it. I go up to it. I press it. Make sure the tape's secure. But it hasn't moved since Tuesday, I believe. What's today? Saturday. You think that's crazy? Get out of town, you old mooch. Imagine if that was my scandal. Like, no, I haven't moved the onion leaf. And you were like, yes, you did. And I was like, no, I didn't. But this is what he does to distract when he doesn't have an argument. Remember earlier when he's like, here he comes. Anybody who's got a different opinion. This is what he does. Looks like it's moving right now. Wow. Moody says this man takes out the trash, wipes down his desk, and then he has to press on the onion leaf. It's one of his chores. I'll have you know I do not wipe down the desk. And I take out the trash in here when it's overflowing. Usually with Diet Coke and weed crumbs. But no, definitely. I don't need to look back at it. I can see myself. You know, I have 13 monitors here. Come on. You guys are all very quickly going to find your way off my Super Bowl party invite list. 2 months out, I'm planning this thing. It's going to be great. Save the date. If you're a friend of mine, you can come to the Super Bowl party. If you're not a friend of mine, you can't come. Angie Crum can come. Liz Hader cannot come. Nikki Glazer and her sister Lindsay Glazer cannot come. Do you remember Sara Schaefer, Nikki Glazer's tag along? You guys might remember this bitch. Sara Schaefer. How do you spell her name? She's got a Wikipedia. Anyway, I remember we found her way before she had that MTV show with Nikki Glazer. Josh and I think, talked about her on the show. Holy shit, it's still up, 2012. Holy fuck, it's still up. Okay, so in 2000, find out what year it was on. Nikki Glazer and Sara Schaefer had a show on MTV called Nikki and Sara Do Dallas or something. And then, obviously, that got canceled because they're awful. And Nikki Glazer's gone on to have 3 other shows. And Sara Schaefer's been, resigned to just being shit out the back of, I can't believe I have to stop and do. Alex, do you still not get this bit? I'm just shitting on Liz Hader as a bit. Stop. Stop getting hooked so easy. Holy shit. I thought we explained this twice in the last show when you lost your shit in the chat. Now you're texting me. Are you really mad at Liz Hader? No one's mad at Liz Hader. Imagine. Grow up. It's nights like this. You think you want to be a stand-up comedian, you think you want to change the world. Okay. But before Sara Schaefer teamed up with Nikki Glazer to do an MTV show, which I'm sure was all Nikki, Sara Schaefer did a Kickstarter to quit her job and fund her own Nikki and Sara. This was their show.
Contrary to popular belief, we are.
That's Sara.
No, actually, the line is we aren't perfect.
See, everyone makes mistakes except for us.
No, Sarah, the line is everyone makes mistakes, including us.
Of course. So let's take a look at some of our not-so-proud moments from nearly 2 seasons of Nikki and Sharon.
Jesus, Sarah. It's Nikki and Sarah. Your name is Sarah.
Exactly.
Nearly 2 years is also what people like Josh and Nikki and Sarah used to describe their TV career. Look, we were on for 3 seasons. It's like, were they 4 episodes each? Were ya? He probably tells, remember when he was doing Next Week Tonight's the most savage clip show on the internet? It's like, honey, it was on the internet for like 4 months. On the internet is very, if that's a credit. Ooh. Look at these 2 bombshells. Just living their best life. Here they go.
Lots of good ideas here, guys.
And ideas.
Ideas. I'm 90. I can't say.
Because she just said. Sorry. I'm sorry.
A rumor spread.
Hey, Alex, we're fine with Liz Hader. You get that? Okay. I want to make it clear.
Sorry.
It's a bit. I'm kidding.
But I know you up our orders. Just like I up that line. Sorry.
They're chocolate. No, actually, they're chocolate covered pomegranate. But let me take that again. Ask me what they are. Wait, just.
Neil Horan's friend tweeted this photo of Niall. Yeah, Niall.
That's hard to say.
Close baby body. Body.
The single comes out soon. Then he comes out. That line. Can we go ahead?
Rapper DMX has filed for bankruptcy and is said to be millions of dollars in debt. Y'all gonna make me.
With me.
Nope. Took it off. I think I just pulled something.
Wait! It's too hard on my face! And a second press conference so you can to explain the new design to your parents. And then I'm gonna redesign that joke to have it make sense to my parents.
Damn it! You.
Some more.
Yeah. Stop. I don't like it anymore.
So that's Sara Schaefer at her best with a professional crew. Let's find her on her own doing some stand-up, so you can just see the kind of talent we're dealing with. 3 years ago.
It's a very tense time right now. I myself suffer from anxiety, and I could use a little more kindness in my life to myself and to others.
So Nikki left, and she is a fucking wreck.
Oh no.
I mean, remember the young hot girl squad? What happened, Velma? Is that sexist?
One of the ways my anxiety plays out is...
Imagine getting a Comedy Central special in 2020. Thanks. Thanks for finally believing in me, Viacom. How many people will see this? Dozens, Sarah. Dozens. David Skywalker says, this is my introduction to Sarah. I like her. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Then he immediately says, I'd like to retract my statement. It's rough. It's bad. Let's listen to the jokes about her anxiety, though. You know, woke comedy with no victims is always real fun.
At night. Because I suffer from this disorder called night terrors. When I first started having these night terrors, I became intimately familiar with myself.
Imagine how the guy feels when he wakes up.
I'm talking about that sound that comes out of you when you face death. Most people think that they know what that sounds like, even if they've never been in a scenario. They're like, yeah, I know what my scream sounds like. Half the women in this room right now are like, oh yeah, I've got a great scream. I have the scream of a skinny blonde woman. I have the kind of scream that makes Batman show up instantly. Like, you don't know that, okay? And I'm just here as a cautionary tale to let you know, because I found out I don't have that kind of scream. I have the kind of scream that makes other people scream. I have the kind of scream that turns people into vegetarians because they think it's the sound of a pig dying. And the next time they see bacon, they're like, I can't eat that. I can't unhear the cries. Now, I know my scream is bad because when I first started having these night terrors, I lived in a tiny apartment in Brooklyn where people lived above me, below me, to the side of me. And not once did anyone check on me.
And we're supposed to believe, you know, like she doesn't still live in a tiny apartment in Brooklyn.
And I know they could hear me dying because I could hear them making sex. But I don't blame them because it's a bad scream. It is a bad scream. And I'm going to demonstrate it for you right now. Here's my scream.
New ringtone incoming.
Like, be honest with me.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
Heard that outside your window at night. Like, would you call 911 and be like, oh my God, someone please help that poor woman, call the police? No. You're like, turn the lights off, get the kids, meet me in the panic room, go, go, go. Like, that is embarrassing. That is something rotten inside
She
of
looks like she's about to tell me that my books are late.
I can hear women out there like, that is bad. My scream is better than that. My scream is like, ah. Congratulations, you have the scream of a human being. I have the scream of an entity. The kind of thing that chases you through the woods at night, just like, sorry. It's good though that I didn't do this. Like, cause you know when like a demon changes levels, it's get way scarier. It's way scarier. Oh, she's coming down. Oh, speaking of nightmares. Does anybody else feel like they're losing their grip on reality as of late? I really do. Like, remember Truth? Oh, those were the days, huh? When you knew what was real? Oh, God. What is the truth? We don't even know anymore. And I think part of it is because we've entered into the golden age of conspiracy theorists. It is their time. Now, you probably all know one hardcore conspiracy theorist. Usually they have a name like Uncle Dennis, right? It used to be that Uncle Dennis was pretty harmless, right? Like maybe the extent of it would be like at a family function, Thanksgiving maybe, there's a quiet moment, everyone's chewing. Uncle Dennis sees his in. He's like, y'all know what they're saying about the frogs, don't you? And you're just like, no, Uncle Dennis, we don't. Please enlighten us. It's not funny, Sarah. The frogs are turning gay. Now they don't know why they're turning gay.
Dino DNA. This was the whole thing from Jurassic South Park.
And you're just like, no, Uncle Dennis, no. You hit him on the head with a rolled up newspaper. Like, that's what it used to be like. But now, the situation has changed. Things have shifted. Now, Uncle Dennis is literally the next national security advisor of the United States of America. It's like, oh my God. That is terrifying. Now, say what you want about the man, but I do 100% blame Donald Trump for this phenomenon. I don't know how he did it.
I picked a clip of hers at random, and as soon as you see her look, how do you know that, like, it's going to be some woke-ass anti-Trump comedy? It's like, if you bring up Trump in your comedy, you gotta get a grip. You gotta get a grip. This is 5 years into Trump. At least the crowd is polite. The whole setup for that bit is like 5 minutes of what is going on? Is anybody else losing their grip? What is even real? What's going on? It's like, that's a podcast. That's not a comedy special. She talks about crying in this one. Let's see.
Again,
she got this special.
Be gentler with each other, you know? Let each other try to get through the day without crying, right? Like, especially, you know what it's like when, like, you want to cry?
It's always like, again, it's like, I didn't want to cry every day of Trump. I don't want to cry every day of Biden. Get a grip, everyone. You know, you're crying about the president? Get a grip.
And it's just not the right time. Like, it's a work meeting or something, or like right now. You're just like, it's not now, but like it's coming, you know? You just feel it. I actually have a way of dealing with that. It's another quick life tip for you guys. Lucky you.
Is she okay?
I'm about to cry and I feel it coming and it's just not the right place.
Imagine having to develop a strategy for this. Like, what I do when I'm about to cry and it's somewhere inappropriate, like the deli. It's like, don't cry. Like, and I'm not saying like don't cry, but like don't cry. You don't need to cry in public. You don't need to cry in board meetings. Remember it came out like when Elon Musk was buying Twitter, that head lawyer lady, Vagina Gaddy, broke down in tears at meetings, worried about the future of Twitter. It's like, you're going to be okay. It's an app. It's an app. It's all right. You are going to be okay. This didn't exist when you were born. It shall not exist when you die. Yale Law School now has safe spaces for students to go cry in with pillows and tissues. This is a law school. This is what you want your lawyer to be? We're all in trouble. I'm telling you right now. I mark my words on this. This Elon Musk buying Twitter has exposed something that we all knew if we were paying attention. If you were watching all those videos of the girls walking around Twitter going, I start off the day with a smoothie and then I go get a bowl of, bespoke graham cracker trail mix to head up to the office and snack on. Then I have a meeting in a pod. Then I go play foosball with my friend. And then I have lunch in the cafeteria. And then I head up onto the roof to catch some sun. And then it's down to the bar for a quick drink, check some emails, and then off to after work party with it's just like. And then Elon buys Twitter and fires 3/4 of the people, and everybody's like, it's gonna fall apart. Like these are crucial, important engineers. And it's like, what happened? Oh, it got more traffic than ever, and it's fine. Now, I think it's going to be interesting. Elon Musk, is proving himself to be like an emotional bit of a nut. So it's going to be fun. But, you got to live in reality. These people are like, these people who weren't let go and the people who quit when he's like, you're going to have to work hard if you stay, are not the cream of the crop. They're not the best. They're the troublemakers. They're the loudmouths. You got a group of women stewing him now. It's like, okay, honey. Nothing will come of any of this. You should waste a lot of money. And Elon will waste a lot of money and time. Twitter's fine. I use Twitter. I didn't see hate speech before. I don't see hate speech now. I think a lot of that kind of shit has to do with what you deem as hate speech. And then also, the news is just incapable of being honest in stories. So Elon posted a thing where he's like, impressions of hate speech are way down. And then the news is like, well, a university did a study and uses of hate speech is way up, actually. It's 5 times. And it's like, it sounds like you're both fighting with each other and that they'll call Elon Musk a liar. And it's like, yeah, you're going and searching for the word in the search engine and then counting how many results there are. What he's saying is impressions. What you're saying is uses. So you guys aren't even talking about the same data point. And yet you'll argue about it like it's this is what the world is now. I have graphs. I have studies. And it's like, great. At some point, winning became more important than knowing anything. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm interested in knowing what the truth is. And you're interested in winning. And honestly, you should win some and you should lose some. You shouldn't be right. Twitter barely holding on after the whole human rights team was like, yeah, it's really struggling. You don't believe any of this garbage, do you? I saw one the other day that was Tesla factory in Berlin is falling apart. It's is it falling apart? You're all broken. You're all fucking broken. And this derangement syndrome you all have over individuals where you I hate Donald Trump. Donald Trump likes this thing, so I hate that thing. You're not doing a service to yourself by dismissing reality because the guy you hate also sees the same reality. It's okay. You're going to be okay if you guys both like the same color. You'll be okay if you find out Donald Trump likes your favorite flavor of ice cream. Like, that shouldn't make you sick to your stomach and want to immediately change your favorite flavor of ice cream. Actually, pistachio shit. It's like, you need help, man. So people have that with Elon now, where it's like, first it was everyone's going to leave, back up your site because it's going to crash. It's been over a month. It's fine. Matter of fact, like, changes have rolled out and stuff. The trust and safety team. You go through those messages, the Slack messages on the Twitter files. It's bananas. I don't know how anything got done at that company. They have so many departments in charge of filtering content. He's like, they had a video, one guy, he's like, some guy posted that Hillary smashed a hard drive, and that's not true. She had an aide smash the hard drive. And it's like, imagine if your goal, you thought it was your job to, like, verify every story told on Twitter. It's an impossible task. It'd be like if you're like, yeah, I remember one time my dad, when I was little, my dad picked me up in his truck after school. We went and had ice cream. Your tweet got removed. It's like, I knew your dad. He never had a truck. It's like, is that the level of accuracy we're shooting for? Because you're all retarded. I've never felt the same way about taco balls after I saw Trump eating obesity. What? What the fuck does that even mean? And then he got there, and apparently, like, the chick in charge of, like, the child trafficking stuff, she was hired earlier this year, said that she went to all the higher up admins and executives and wanted more people, wanted to hire a full team to look into child porn, exploitation, child trafficking, and was denied. And that she was a one-woman team and that Elon's already hired like 12 people. And then I go read another article. It was like Elon fired the whole team working on child safety. And it's like, what is this world we live in where literally 2 articles can just go, nah, this. So, like, good luck, everyone. Good luck finding fact. But I know one thing. Every one of you motherfuckers who thinks you're so sure of shit is insane. It's insane. It's like some weird Dunning-Kruger virus where you're all, the more ignorant you are about something, the more sure you are about it. And by the way, you're willing to crucify anyone who thinks differently. Hands off the button, everybody. Stop worrying so much about who's allowed to talk and who's not allowed to talk. Like, let everybody talk. Let everybody talk. Who cares? I wonder if Trump likes my new Ego 56 volt, 750 cubic feet per minute leaf blower. Probably. If he likes it, I'm totally throwing it away. Yeah. Did we already have a show today? I don't know what this isn't a show. This is a mistake. Yeah, I understand that for a guy with an absolute opinion on everything, telling you all that you're wrong, me telling you to lay off people who think differently than you, Moody's probably, laughing in his grave. He dug a grave desk. What else do we want to talk about today? Sara Schaefer. We're going down a path here. All right, so these are Comedy Central clips. I want to find like older clips. All in, modern comedian. What is this?
And to manage it.
Why is it
9 years ago. So this is 2013. All right.
that on the SATs, we all know what a fucking rhombus is, but we don't know what APR stands for?
Annual percentage rate, you dumb bitch.
And then you get to college, day one.
Oh, this is bombing. Oh, why is that? Hold on, what's going on?
I'm on the verge of a huge thing happening. This TV show, it's huge. But I'm going into it $57,000 in debt. I have not been taught well on how to deal with money. And it is psychologically something that I've struggled with my whole life.
So, she's 2013. She's quit her job to do comedy full time. She didn't save up money to do that, so she went on Kickstarter and begged for it. That's how I found this bitch in the first place. Then she gets a TV show with Nikki Glazer, and now they're going to, like, talk about leading up to that. But, you know, it's like you're $56K in the hole. You're probably mid-20s here. You're not talented. There's a reason. You don't get a kickstart your career as a comedian. Once you get enough speed, you take off. That's how runways work. Not every plane flies. Some cross the coastline and crash into the breakers. So she's going to get a lifeline of getting this MTV show. I imagine she'll make a little money. I guarantee you she's already in debt again in 2022. But I got to watch her.
Every choice I've made has been with the idea that I would make it. That I would get there and get my big break. And no matter what, just keep holding on. I want
It's not going to happen.
If you had looked back and told a young me, like a teenage Sarah, like, you're gonna have 2 Emmys at age 32, I would have thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so rich. I basically put it all in, you know?
Oh, so she was a writer for something, clearly. And look, a lot of these writers, you know, I'm sorry that it's the same way as this luggage stealing he-she that we have in charge of nuclear waste disposal in America. It's like they were hired because they're the first non-binary, whatever, up for the job. Turns out this guy's, you know, trebucheting around the United States, stealing lingerie from airports. And he's in a federal cabinet position. It's like, okay. Now he's been caught twice. That's 2 felony thefts on federal property. Do you think he's fired from the Biden administration? No. He's a non-binary, Patrick. It would seem insensitive. So.
Take it, world. I'm gonna totally fuck this up until it works.
So she's unqualified. She's just like that guy. He has 2 felony thefts, and she has 2 Emmy awards for being on an Emmy award-winning writing team. I guarantee you none of her bangers contributed to it. Hence why you had to kickstart a comedy career. Like, you're not good enough. And now you're going to get this thing with Nikki Glazer, and you're $56K in debt, and you probably spend $2K a month on this tiny box.
Creatively for me.
She has a new show that's coming out on MTV.
Premieres January 29th.
It's called
Nikki and Sarah Live. Sara Schaefer!
I know you're looking at me and you're just like, what is her secret? And I will tell you the secret.
That's funny.
I'll tell you the secret. Because I can't see your faces, so I trust you. Okay, here's the secret to all this. $57,000 in debt. Everything you see, I haven't paid for it yet. I'm the reason for the financial crisis. I went to the fiscal cliff. He pushed me and I flew. And the he in that scenario is Capital One.
I see friends of mine living very lean, you know, or getting by on jobs here and there, going on the road, and I never was able to do that in the past few years because of this massive mountain of money that I owe. I owe about $8,500.
It's like, again, you don't hear Tom Segura going like, I'm not doing a tour this year actually because I'm really in debt. You don't hear Bill Burr going, I'm not doing a tour because I'm really in debt. So it's not that you can't go out and do comedy because of the debt. It's like you've been trying to do comedy and it makes you no money. So now you need to get a real job. But that is not what happened. She did this. The Itty Bitty Teeny Weeny Sara Schaefer Comedy Tour in 2012. Middle of 2012. I've given up my desk and it's time to hit the road. And with a thumbnail like this, banger. Help me share my act with some new folks. Jesus Christ.
Hello, my name is Sara Schaefer. I am a stand-up comedian, and I am launching a
No, you aren't.
project to help support my stand-up tour, which I am naming the Itty Bitty Teeny Tiny Sara Schaefer Stand-Up Comedy Tour. I'm very excited because I've been working behind a desk for about 10 years in New York and always performing here, and now I get to go out on the road and share all my hard work with you guys.
It's like, now I get to go out on the road. It's like, no, you don't. It's like Josh Denny. Josh Denny used to sign up for this thing like bands in town. Like, tell me where you want me. And if I get enough people there, I'll come to your town and do a show. And you get like, 2 people want you in Shreveport. 1 person wants you in Atlanta. 1 guy wants you in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin. It's like, what? Did you put a tour together, idiot? It's like, this bitch, now I finally get to go tour. It's like, sounds like you don't. Sounds like you have no money for this. Sounds like you're $57K in debt. So this is an insane idea to do.
The problem is that I'm not Dane Cook, so I can't sell out stadiums yet, and I'm performing in small venues, and in order to...
You have 7 backers on this. 180 backers. Sorry, $4,000. Keith and the girl do 5 times this a year for a chat server. That's gotta hurt.
Break even and not dig myself further into a black hole of debt. I need your help. So if you've ever enjoyed a podcast of mine or seen me perform for free or watched a video of me online, or you just want to come see me perform in your town,
Hey, Marcia Clark, pick a hair. Oh, fucking hell. Wrath of Butch says, I've been hiding behind enemy lines, gathering intel for our strike. That's right. I'm a Diniac. Me and CF are part of the infiltration team. Josh says, see you soon, Patrick. I couldn't be more scared. And by the way, if you're one of the guys infiltrating, you know, you did it, okay? You nailed it. We were denied Denny coverage earlier when Dweck hacked the system, but we did it. We covered it. We watched the things. We talked about how Tucker Carlson is a phony. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what you want to talk about. We're watching Sara Schaefer beg for a career from Kickstarter now.
Donation would be greatly appreciated, and I will make it up to you with all these awesome rewards, such as many of you will be getting a custom-made pot holder, old school looped pot holder, made by me. Yeah, I still got it. I can still make these, and I'm really good.
She's knitting pot holders. This will cover half a ticket.
I got it. Look at the color scheme in this pot holder. Not only can you go into an oven and remove a hot cookie sheet with nachos on it without burning yourself, you could also use this as a beautiful decoration in your home. Pot holder. One of the things you can get by donating. Another thing.
Well, she's really funny. I want to see her.
I will crochet you your own blanket. I can do this. Look. This is an example of the kind of thing I can do. I named this blanket. His name is Zigzag, and I love him a lot, and I can make stuff like this. So, if you're rich and you need a new blanket, I can help you out. Also, people will be getting t-shirts that have the logo.
Pot holders, blankets, t-shirts.
From the tour on it, and they're going to be really cute. They're not ready yet, but you'll be getting one if you donate certain categories. Anyway, there's a lot of cute, creative stuff that you can get by helping this tour happen, and I just can't thank you enough for even watching this video or even considering it.
It's like, you know, normally you'd be like, here's the tour, here's the places we're gonna go, here's what we're gonna do, you know, get a ticket to any show on the tour. No. You know, like every time Josh Denny does one of these Kickstarters, he's like, any ticket to future events, future live shows. Ah.
So yeah, it's time for me to get packed, okay? Time for me to pack for my tour.
Speaking of itty bitty, am I right? What the fuck? For the past 10 years, I've been working jobs that have kept me anchored behind a desk in New York. Finally, I've got a window in my schedule to go out on the road and show everybody I've been working on all this time the collective spirit of Kickstarter, The $10 option is a ticket to see me perform on any tour dates below. Okay, here we got tour dates. Spokane, Washington, Eugene, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Olympia, Washington, Seattle, Washington, St. Louis, Missouri, because that's where Nikki Glazer lived. So she's going to fly out there. This says Crackers, but it has Gallery 5, North Carolina. So very, very weird. What are these levels? 15 or more. So for $10, you get a ticket to the show. For $15, you get ticket to a show and a pot holder. So she values her hours of work on a pot holder at $5. She probably has hundreds of them from the no dates? Holy fuck. 25 admission to the show plus an official tour shirt. What are the numbers for these? 9. 9 people got a potholder. 42 people got tickets. Tour shirt, 30 people. Admission to one show, 17 and a shirt. For 50, you get fun pack. 2 show admission tickets, a secret handshake lesson, a t-shirt, a pot holder, a shout out on Sarah's popular podcast, You Had to Be There. 100 or more 5-backers. Sarah will write an original song on a topic of your choosing. Itty bitty teeny tiny tour opener. Scott Moran will shoot a video of Sarah performing the song and post it online. So the guy that shot this little documentary on her is touring with her. Okay?
It is maxed out. This is my debit card, but it's my bank, and they gave me a line of credit, which is about $5,000, which I have completely maxed out. Got this card, $13,000 on this card. It is also maxed out. This card I got to buy my computer a couple years ago.
Whoa, who's this nut in the chat?
That they gave it to me, that I got qualified for it, but hey, why not? I also owe $13,000 in student loans. I also owe...
What is this guy talking about? Get this guy out of here.
I don't really want to say how much.
Is it more than $5,000?
Yes.
We don't like hate speech.
Times 2. I owe my boyfriend some money. We've been saying that's his savings account, which doesn't exist.
She couldn't even get booked in McHenry, Illinois.
My car.
Yeah, that is a good point.
But hey, I'm good for it.
Because this country, we've decided that we should spend the money before we have it. When did we decide this was a good idea? Like, I feel like a bunch
This is worse than Nick Starr's Patreon. Hold on, does Nick Starr have a Patreon? Send the link. Wow, if that's true.
Like, how can we make them more our slaves? Oh, Troubadour, I have an idea. Why?
No one told you had to. I love people who are like, America lets people just go into debt with credit cards. Like, you'd be homeless. You dumb bitch. You think you're a comedian, you know? Holy shit. We got Nick Starr. You have to be 18 or older to look at this. He moved to Columbus. Ooh. Blog and biography and podcast eventually. Again, more meat than tuna. Can we see his photo? No. $7.50 a month to read his stuff. $10 a month to DM via WhatsApp. We can talk via WhatsApp for a few times a month for $10 a month. If you want to read what I normally post on Facebook, pay me. Legal defense tier. Whoa. This is the tier to help pay my legal bill. I'll spill all the tea and give insight on all the happenings of the legal battle between a drag queen and myself. It's expensive right now. What the fuck? Tampa, San Francisco, Seattle, DC, Columbus, Cancun, not a neurotypical. What the fuck? Book of Starr, Chapter 1, Brian Keith, Starr-Street. An hour ago? Yesterday? So there is a podcast. How do we listen to this pod? Book of Starr on Apple Podcasts. Book of Starr podcast. All right. Whoa. Season 1, episode 2, the more meat than tuna episode. Whoa. Book of Starr. Whoa, this is the guy we're dealing with now? $16 minutes. Gotta pack a bong for this one. Somebody tag him, text him, we're talking about him. You know he'll get in here.
I don't know if you know me or not. I always introduce myself as Nick Starr. So
okay. So he's always been a little bit of a mumble stiltskin. But somebody in the chat said he sounds like he's on a lot of painkillers. And that is accurate. Holy balls.
I'm just doing that now. This is the Book of Starr podcast that I've just very recently
The vocal fry is palpable.
I'm trying to figure out what it's going to mean or be. And I'm literally recording it from my living room couch.
He's been doing podcasts his whole life.
So I hope you enjoy.
How is it so bad?
Let me tell you a little about me. I have been around podcasting since there was about 10 people.
Just get ready for a bunch of victim mentality here.
There was a podcast that I had with Adam, about Adam Curry, who created podcasting, who his Wikipedia picture up until very recently included me in it, actually. Who was a former MTV VJ. And he would do a podcast called The Daily Source Code about the coding behind podcasting and his life and whatnot. And then it was long, so I would create a mini source code. And that was my first podcast. And then I became friends with Dawn and Drew, who were the first married couple that was really doing podcasting that had a bit of an edge, and ended up getting picked up by Adam Curry's company and were paid podcasters. So I've been friends and around the industry for quite some time.
Whoa.
I'm also a member of, I'm going to hesitate to say this, of the LGBT community, in that I was married to a man. I go out all the time to gay bars.
What does that mean? I'm a member of the LGBT community. You left the Q off. I'm a member of the LGBT community in that I've been going out with a man. It's like, that's not what makes you part of that community. I mean, don't punch the donuts about it, but, you know, you're a bit of a nut.
But I don't really like to participate or be associated with that society.
Shocker.
That I am completely anti-drugs, and I am completely anti perversion, and I am completely anti being a slut, which is unfortunately part of that community. So unfortunately,
don't you have AIDS?
I live there, do it, and part of it, but I'm not an active part of it. So anyway, I'm going to end this episode by putting up a second episode, which is going to be my first episode of a podcast that I used to host when I was straight, and as you will hear, much of a douchebag, called More Meat Than Tuna, which I think we had about 6 or 7
More Meat Than
Tuna. I think I recovered about 4 of them. So I will be publishing that after this on this channel. It was a podcast with a couple of guys and like one girl specifically every week. I think that we had a different girl once or twice.
She's just a train ride away.
Very interesting pictures of one guy from the show named Nick, ironically, not me. So ironic because of the fact that my lifestyle. That he was giving her she had a beer bottle between her legs simulating a penis, and he simulated blowing it. So if I can find that picture, I'll figure out how to post that somewhere online. I'm Nick Starr. I am Nick Starr at 2 R's. I am NICKSTARR on all socials. Besides Facebook, Facebook's just
I don't know how he didn't catch how autistic he was back then.
Star.
He's so autistic,
Twitter,
it's crazy.
Patreon,
I think it's gotten a lot worse. Because he used to like be a part of the functioning world. Now he's just...
Look for that soon.
He
Instagram
probably
as
is the
well.
Freemasons.
And, so anyway, I have been living in Columbus, Ohio since last June. And I was married to my ex-husband at the time when we moved here. We picked out the place last February. We came up and we looked at about 10 different apartments, found the place that we loved, and moved in. And it ended up being great, and I'm still here, and I love it. And I don't want to leave until I buy a place. So, by the way, I'm going to tell you this as a listener. I have this long, drawn-out, deep voice thing that I do when I'm feeling serious, and then otherwise I'm just this. I'm just, hi, I'm Nick Starr. How's it going? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm do apologize.
Multiple personalities.
I call it my podcast voice, even though I haven't done a podcast in well over a decade. So gay right now. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so I have a very interesting life.
You don't. That's the problem. You don't.
Had 2 boyfriends my entire life. One ended up being a husband. One ended up being someone that I filed a restraining order
Holy
against.
shit. And now you're filing a restraining order on the old one, on the new one.
And I still talk actively with one of those people. And the other one I talk, my ex-husband, that is, I talk to on occasion because of things that are involved with our divorce settlement, including tax bills and stuff that, keep being sent to me that he's responsible for. So, but I love both of those men, and I have and did. My ex-husband and I actually didn't even say I love you for a year and a half into our marriage, and that's very interesting.
It isn't.
Poly for the longest, and we're not poly, I guess, but open, and definitely both use that. I think me more than him because of my coming out story, which I'll get into one point, but I came out at 26 in San Francisco and worked for an adult entertainment company.
I don't think so.
That's a fun story. That will happen eventually. Anyway, I guess I want to just brief you with this.
Don't.
Next post will be more meat than tuna, episode 1.
This is like Ty Rivera. What's with all these gays that think they're like interesting and exciting and clever, and they're just the worst?
But don't ignore the sound effects. I wish I had that set up right now. I can edit this in post, I guess, but
they're not that great, Doug. Sound effects can't save you.
Cut that out. Anyway, I
imagine cutting out coughs.
Not sure how this is going to come out or turn out, but
yes,
I want to talk about today. Today I'll make that a new episode.
This is Ty Rivera.
Just to put it out there, I was at court most of the day because there's
the secret garden. Fuck.
Threatened to kill me, and
no one wants to kill. Someone always wants to kill him, and if no one wants to kill him, he's trying to kill himself. This guy is drama all day, and guess what?
I don't care.
Very soon, I'm sure, as I have a court date with them, which is posted on my OnlyFans, the court date itself.
Do you know how, if I came and told you guys every time I had a court date?
I'm Nick Starr.
I'm Nick Starr.
And feel free to show up if you're in Columbus. I mean, it's going to be a shit show, that's for sure.
Show up to your court date?
Anyway, I'm just doing this to try to test out things and see how it goes and see who subscribes.
Here's his latest episode today.
Preface this episode that there are a lot of paper noises, and I am still getting used to doing a podcast.
Paper noises? What the fuck is that?
Enjoy. And welcome to Book of Starr, episode 3.
Oh, he's got music. Yeah.
Hi,
Dope.
welcome to episode 3/2. 2 being official.
Hey, this sounds like that fake episode I had him and Adam record in 2005.
Got a message from
This sounds like that. It's so bad. Jesus.
Who's 215 pounds. And I will say, based on previous dating experiences, everyone I've dated has been under 135, around there. I think Adam was 124.
Yeah, if you don't remember the Secret Garden, you got to go back and go. You know, Nick Starr, we got shows from this guy from 2005 and 6.
But the fact that he has improv stand-up,
He's a totally different guy. And then we outed him on the show. You know, this is before I knew that was a bad thing to do. I didn't know any gays.
Hi, I'm Nick Starr.
So we did kind of out him.
I'd love to read to you about my civil protection order again.
Civil protection order. So what I'm trying to say is join the overdose. Go back and listen to Nick Starr. Save 10%. Promo code thanks. It means a lot. Your support means a lot. Head over to the store as well and buy something. NobodyLikesOnions.com/store. Seriously, you know, I plug it and I say it all the time. We can't do the show without you. Go buy something, and more importantly, join the overdose. It's how the show survives. So don't be casual about it. I'm not kidding. If you like what I do here, if you want more of it,
the video from
want me to get fiber when it becomes available? Jesus fucking Christ.
Which I already have and downloaded.
Imagine rifling through envelopes.
My interactions with Brent Fritz. On November 20th, I emailed a response to Brent Fritz saying, "Don't ever contact me again. This is black and white. A violation of this is harassment, and I'll be in court tomorrow and will have more and will be more than willing to use a future statement to show that." Now, I was in court on the 21st regarding another matter, including one of Brent Fritz's, I guess, drag queen granddaughters, because Adam is their drag mother, and that's an ongoing issue which I am been advised by my lawyer to not talk about until that whole ordeal is.
So here I am doing a podcast.
On October
Who's your lawyer,
16th,
SBF?
I sent Brent a response to Facebook
Cotton?
chat. They initiated a photo of a physical. I sent them a photo of physical assault from Adam, who was a performer at the show, and they said, "You deserve that," to my broken and bloody nose via email.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Called me a fag via email. On October 16th, they said, quote, "Watch your mouth, fag," via email. On October 26th, they wrote via Facebook Messenger, "When I see you, I'm calling or it's on." They meant the police. Again, no reason, as I've never been violent with anyone.
You punched donuts at my house, you nut.
Via Facebook Messenger, "I'll see you Tuesday with the cops or my hands." Not the first time that they've threatened me physically. On October 27th, they texted me via an anonymous number. Also, I have your license plate number, and next time you drive home,
Nick Starr! We love Nick Starr! He's a shooting star! Nick Starr!
I'm sorry, email me. Nick Starr! Facebook post. Post. It's still available, and available on Mary Jane, MARIJANE, on Facebook. "Someone needs to get Mr. Nick Starr before I do." On November 20th, they wrote, I'm not taking chances with you posting the application incites panic, which is a crime, LOL. Just be ready to stay away from the bars that have performers. You're not safe. Now, my aunt...
You're already losing the argument, Doug. If you have to bring out your aunt.
And brings guns to places. And it has a concealed carry permit. And has been an advocate based on all of these...
This is not going well, Nick.
That I get in a situation where I'm able to protect myself. Knowing that most bars don't allow guns, another bartender
come to Vegas
has recommended that I get a switchblade and carry that with them, and they actually showed me theirs at the bar when they were
Great.
working.
This is all we need. It's the autists of the world carrying around knives. William Strange, Nick Starr.
I'm a DC resident for so long, and it being almost impossible to get.
We just need them to have somewhere to put their anger when things go awry.
The process about doing it in Columbus,
Jesus.
Ohio. So I talked to a lawyer, and they said that posting the application incites panic, which is a crime. That's what Brent said. I never posted the application because I've not filed for the application yet. So I didn't do that. So that is libel because it's written. It's not slander because that's not spoken. Then also saying it's a crime is not accurate either. So again, more libel in that posting about getting a gun in Ohio, where it's almost 50-50 Trump country / Biden country, as opposed
what does that have to do with guns?
Which is 99% Biden country, doesn't incite any riots or crimes, according to my lawyer. Weird. Anyway.
Yeah, you can't just say something like... We really do have to... Just a side note here. We really do have to, wind it back and get it into our dumb heads that, words are words. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I am never going to be responsible for inciting you to do some nonsense, dog. You are autonomous. You have control of you. No matter how much visceral... Look, no matter how much I may go on and on about things we could do to Brian Scalaro, just don't, you are responsible for you. If Trump would have said the words, everyone get your knives out and go down and stab Pelosi, that's insane, and you should immediately walk away and discount him as your guy. Enough's enough with this. So this guy said he was going to get a gun, and somehow that's not a crime. It's like, yeah, that's not. You're broken. You're broken. Everything isn't about you and your feelings, Doc.
November 20th, they wrote, "You are inciting panic by making that post, whether you get a gun or not," which is, in all caps, illegal. I know the law, dude. So don't start with me. Just stay the hell away from us via email, via Brent, for Brent. So again, speaking with a lawyer, that's not illegal. Asking about how to acquire a firearm or concealed carry permit is not illegal. This, however, on the same day, is also illegal.
No, it isn't.
Brent. Fritz, F-R-I-T-Z, born in 1992.
This is like one of the dumbest guys we've ever seen.
At Bosco's at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays, at Fridays at 9 p.m. at Axis Nightclub, and at Union Cafe at 9 p.m. on Thursdays, and also will be December 10th, 11th, 17th, 18th, and 12th at 6 p.m. At 8 p.m. and December 12th at 6 p.m. at Axis Nightclub. They wrote to me this: "When the blade slips into your backside to your kidney, then you'll know for that split second that I wasn't."
Do you think that scraping noise is me? That's Nick, you idiot. We might have to mute George from now on. You might be too dumb to be an NLO fan anymore.
Scheduled for later this month. Now,
you think I'm scratching around and have a microphone up to it?
At the bar, and I did email them to try to be polite and ask for a home or business address where they would prefer to be served at. Then they reached out to my ex-boyfriend and asked and had a conversation. My ex-boyfriend told me about that conversation. And so the fact that they're going behind my back and trying to distance themselves is a good thing, I guess, but also a bad thing because, I mean, a lot of the stuff that they've written and said and done has been...
This guy, like, he needs the drama. He can't take it. He always has to have, like, beef with somebody. Patrick, look who's talking.
So I believe that Brent Fritz will, at some
Me
point...
talking shit about salsa is not the same as filing a fucking court case against a drag queen. I was assaulted.
Given.
I said I wanted to go on a TV court show with Butch. That'd be fun.
But at least I'll have it on record.
That's the court I want to settle it in.
Anyway, Brent,
Judge Judith. It's an
I'm going
Amish
to
court
try
show.
Did I curse
Keith
yet?
in the SeaWorld?
I don't know. Anyway, I don't think I cursed. So I could maybe label this one not explicit. Because I was going to tell you to F off, but that's also the name of my kitten. I love her. She's amazing. Anyway, so that's...
Shocker, he has cats.
Fritz episode currently, as it stands. A lot more going on. Adam and I are something. I don't know. Brian and I are nothing. And I'm been actively being recruited by quite a number of companies, so hopefully more news on that soon.
All mistakes.
With that being said, I'm going to say farewell and try to keep this as brief as possible. I don't want to keep them more than a half hour at the most, and I don't even know.
You're not even getting close to that.
294. I'm guessing that's seconds. Who knows? But whatever. I hate GarageBand, how it's laid out. If you have any tips or...
Imagine using GarageBand. This guy's so dumb.
Or if you want to write a jingle for me, or if you are enjoying it, I just got it.
He's living in, like, the early days of podcasting. He's so out. If you want to write a jingle for me...
I am NICKSTARR, except for my Facebook, which is just Nick Starr.
Yeah, if anybody wants to write emails in and ask questions, like, no one's listening to this. No one can find this.
I'm Nick Starr. Please feel free to follow and watch along for the ride. I think the next month.
Watch along for the ride?
On the 21st, allegedly. And on the 4th,
allegedly.
Allegedly. So we will see where those go.
So you can't tell me that's not like nodding to
Unfortunately,
NLO.
it's the end of the year, so hiring is kind of on freeze for a lot of companies. The one
I call horseshit on that. He is not actively being seeked out. Yeah, there's no fucking way.
But at least it's 6 figures.
Hey, hit like on the show if you get a chance. It means a lot. Thank you. You're watching. Hit like, hit down, whatever.
And Ohio is rich, kind of. So
he forgot to ask for a vote on Podcast Alley. Yeah.
Washington, D.C.
Ooh, baby.
I think I've mentioned Brian in the previous episode, but Mr. Street is my ex-husband, and we were divorced in March of 2022, just so everyone knows. And Adam is my
non sequitur. Couldn't you just get a new Wi-Fi LED controller remote thing for the onion sign? There's nothing wrong with.
Towards the end of September.
You're confusing three things you heard on this show into one.
Sort of.
You think the LED controller being broken is why the onion sign's falling down? What are you? You're all over the place, dog.
At the time, said that we.
The only thing wrong with the onion sign is falling down.
That's a whole other story.
It's not mounted right. So you're crossing something else you heard.
F off. Love you.
And yes, I can, and yes, I did for the correct thing that you're thinking of. You guys are so out of it, I can't, you know. This is probably why Nick Starr treats everyone like he treats everyone. You know, and then you all roll on the ground. Oh, it's so funny. You're going to miss me when I'm gone.
Your manner is most unbecoming of a gentleman. Would you be high on cigarettes?
I don't know if the
comedy hasn't hit them yet, they're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
A question posed to stupid hoes who don't get it yet. Excuse me, miss, are you high on cigarettes? I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet, they're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes. All the laughter that you dig, boy, if you listen to the show, boy, Patrick melting faces have you stacking NLO point. It's the low point, not the reason. The reason is fucking gold. Gonna make the taco pony party be a party of soul. Gonna make you vandalize a van with a pedo sticker so bold the family probably get arrested before they get down the road. Or stupid motherfuckers just got NL loaned. Other radio shows are straight bitch male prone. Talk shit on the youngins that nobody like past. Have my homeboy lame prank call them fast.